Good evening, blessings out there, everybody. It's your man, Rod Hickman, generational wealth builders, where poverty ends with us. Listen, been a minute since I've been able to get on the actual horn here and sit down and rap with you all out there in video land. So again, it's that time though. You know, I'm about to drop more gems than a drunken pirate. So again, go ahead on and let everybody know, hey, Rod is on the horn now. He finna start dropping some gems. And I promise you, you're gonna want to hear what we're talking about today. Because I am super excited to introduce you to someone in South Florida that is making some tremendous noise. But again, here we are. We've been going and going and going. And again, generational wealth builders is steadily growing. And as I often tell people, we are a broker making academy, right? We are not here, to be anyone's boss. We are here to find raw talent, people that say, hey, man, I believe in me. I'm willing to invest in me to make sure that my legacy is going to be sound. We're here on that when it comes to entrepreneurs. We build leaders. That's one of our specialties there. And so we got some more great news coming down the pike that we'll talk to you about a little bit more. But again, our generational wealth builder family is steadily growing, and I'm super excited to introduce a young lady to you all tonight. So I might well go ahead on and bring her in. This young lady is somebody who comes from the industry. She comes from the insurance industry. She's no stranger to it. However, she saw our platform and fell in love with it. What I love the most about this lady, she's got to be the luckiest somebody you ever want to know. Again, every time you turn around, she's winning tickets to go to concerts for free and stuff like that. Like it's one thing if you win one, but how you win, 4-5 times a year. And so either way, this young lady, she's very, very accomplished educator, administrator in the school system there in the great state of Florida. And she's one of our business partners. She actually won the Rookie of the Year for Generational Wealth Builders. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce y'all to Lady Cekala Holness, the CEO of GWB Broward. Welcome to the call, Cekala.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
And just to clarify a little bit, I actually win about 12 to 20 times a year, but who's counting?
Yeah. I mean, who knows? What was the last one that you won? I mean, I'm just like, what was the last one?
Universal Studios, Cat Williams. We have a thing down here called Beyond Brunch Sundays, just to name a few.
And she's so modest, everybody, as y'all can see. So super excited to have you. And so, ladies and Cekala, tell everybody who you are.
So I am the owner, CEO of Generational Wealth Builders Broward here in Broward County, Florida. I currently reside in Pompano Beach, but serving Deerfield, Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, the surrounding areas, Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade County. Also in the education field, I'm an administrator. I'm over discipline, testing, and activities. So I definitely feel how the teachers are feeling when it comes to that pay.
Exactly right. And so what was it? Again, I know you've been in the industry and I know you're lucky, so you probably walk up on $1,000 or whatever every time you turn around. But what was it that caused you to get into entrepreneurship?
So the biggest thing, I'm always about education, and when I see people not knowledgeable and people not taking the time to actually educate them on what's going on, this was the perfect field for me. Entrepreneurship. I don't mind talking to any and everybody. I don't have a fear of strangers. I'll start a conversation with anyone anywhere. So entrepreneurship was naturally the best fit for me.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful, wonderful. And again, like I say, I know last year, 2023, you were our Rookie of the Year. So talk to me a little bit. What did it feel like getting recognized amongst, you know, almost 3,000 agents as Rookie of the Year?
I
Wow.
definitely was not expecting it. And to see my name on the big screen and then hear them call my name, it was like, you know what? I'm doing something right. They pay attention, they recognize, and they see, what, like, hey, we have a heavy hitter coming on the scene, and she's getting Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, super excited to have you on. Now, here we go again. So you've been in education for about how long?
Oh, it's going on 23 years now.
Oh, wow.
20
And
years. 21 years.
okay. And how many more years do you see yourself doing that in education?
I think I'll be in education for a little while, just not on the stressful side of it, only because I just enjoy being around the kids. And I would definitely stay in education, only to educate other teachers that you don't have to stay here. You don't have to stay where you feel you're undervalued, underpaid, and underdeserving.
Mhm. Absolutely right. So again, and that's a big pain point for me. Uh, I remember there was a point in time I was in between careers, and I remember I was like, you know what? I love the kids. Rod love the kids, and I was like, you know what? I had just gotten my master's. I was really kind of tired of supply chain, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to work with these babies out here because the children are our future. They need, men in the classroom and stuff like that. They need somebody. And I remember calling a friend of mine, like, hey, look at him. What they start teachers out with. Man, when she told me that, I was like, no, I got my master's. What they started them folk out with. And she's like, oh, you got your master's. And the number that she told me was under $50,000. I was like, bye, Felicia, and hung up. Again, I have my own feelings about that. I believe that in the most integral places, we don't pay people enough. And that's my personal opinion. Again, I understand business, I understand structure, I understand costing and everything. But again, one of the reasons you kept saying the word stressful, you should never be in a place at the job where you feel yourself stressed like that, right? And again, being there 21 years, how have you managed?
So what I have recently learned to do is act my wage. I used to go above and beyond. I mean, I love hanging out with the kids and I keep it real with them 100. So that's one thing I got a lot of respect from the kids because they were like, you know what? You honest with us, you're straight up. But when I started bringing home papers to grade and I was doing work on the weekends, I was like, they don't pay me to work at home. So I was like, you know what? Let me start acting my wage. I'm going to do the work that's required of me while at school. And there are some teachers, we're on spring break right now. They're doing work while on spring break when they should be enjoying themselves. And
Right.
some teachers they don't know how to relieve that stress or diminish it. So going to work should not be stressful or a headache. It should be something you at least enjoy doing. So
Exactly
you
right.
have something to wake up to, a reason to wake up and go to work every day.
Exactly right. I believe that 100%. So again, with you winning 12 to 20 different um, prizes a year from the radio stations, um, how do you make time with that busy schedule to become an entrepreneur? How do you determine that?
So I do have a schedule and I place my priorities accordingly. I know I love to travel. I know I love to have my children experience things. So when I leave my teaching job, I take some time to rest and then I'm out there talking to families, I'm talking to individuals because I know what it's like to not know important things such as how to make extra money, life insurance, the importance of putting your family first. There's a lot of people out there that will not take the time to educate others. They're all about themselves.
Hmm.
So on the weekends, I speak to families a certain time of the day, And then I have the time for myself and my family. So it's all about prioritizing and actually scheduling so you don't feel burnt out.
Exactly right. And then you're a mother as well. And you
Yes.
have them three bambinos down there. And I believe one of them is pursuing modeling.
Yes. Well, my two youngest ones, modeling and acting. So that's another task that's been added to the plate where, if we get an email for an audition or a casting call, we have to be available and ready to go. And I take that opportunity to do what? Talk to them random people when we get on the set.
Exactly right. And I believe that's something that you did back in the day.
Yes, years ago I did do modeling and acting. Some people don't know. I was actually an extra in the movie Ali with Will Smith, who I coincidentally met again and had the privilege of taking a photo with
That's
at the
right.
soccer game a few weeks ago. And it's so funny because I honestly think I was one of probably very few people that he actually took a photo with. And his shoes said no photos, but yet he allowed me to come and take a photo with him.
Well, maybe he recognized you from Ali.
I
I
think
don't know.
so.
Maybe
He
that's what it
probably did.
was.
A lot of my friends say that's favor right there. I was like, that's right. I claim it. That's favor.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, so again, I'm on this is my last time talking about this him. So, like, literally, like over the last 5 years, like how many times have you won like on the radio station?
Okay, so I'm from a science background. They say science and math go hand in hand. I disagree, but let's just say pull out my calculator. So let's say the last 5 years. Um, and the radio station changed their rules up a little bit, so they kind of limiting us, winners. So let's just say 12 times 5 is 60.
Yeah,
Uh Even in the last 5 years, I'm gonna say about 800 times. Because I've won about 2 to 3 times, sometimes 4 times in 1 month.
that
And
is
that's only listening to like two radio stations. Now I've broadened my horizon and I listen to some other ones.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So I saw something that you posted on social media today,
Yes.
and I'm gonna bring it up for everybody to see it. And I want you to talk to me a little bit about this slide and what it is. Where did this come from?
So this slide, going back to, like I said, I'm in education. I've been teaching since 2003.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of people may not be familiar. So, with Florida, we have what's called the FRS, which is the Florida Retirement System. Basically, a portion of your income goes into the retirement system. So, when you retire, that money is there for you to take out.
Mhm.
Well, I'm no longer with a Broward County school, I'm with a charter school. So,
Okay.
with the charter school, I'm not a part of the FRS anymore.
Okay.
So the 10, 15 years that I've put in, where's that money? I can't
Oh.
take it out. So what is it doing? It's sitting there until I reach retirement age. That's
Oh.
not going to be for a while. I just recently had a birthday. Thankfully, I don't look my age. Woo woo.
Well.
So it's like now I speak to people, what are you doing for retirement? Do
Mhm.
you know what your retirement consists of? Do
Mhm.
you have enough to retire?
Wow. And that's funny because quite often I do I do the lives where I show people about their retirement numbers, and I ask them that very same question: do you know your retirement numbers? But again, seeing these different retirements, right? I just really don't think people fully understand how retirement works. And I don't think they understand those plans.
They
And the
don't.
sad part about it is you're just dumping money into something that you really don't know how it works. And so that's always been a pain point for me. And again, you go back to the whole education portion, that's me as well. Um, I love educating people because an educated person has the ability to make an informed decision. And an informed decision, again, whether it's right decision or wrong decision, is a decision, right?
Right.
I can't tell you, and I know you understand as well, but how many times when we share the products and services of our company, how grateful they are to hear it. And one of the main things that I hear from people is, I wish I would have known this. I wish I would have known. Why didn't anybody tell me this back in the day? How do you handle those conversations?
Unfortunately, we can't go back into the past,
Mhm.
which is fine, but you're knowing now. You have somebody who's actually taking the time to educate you now. So let's see where you are and how we can prepare you for the years to come.
Exactly
There's
right.
no sense in crying over spilled milk, harping on the past. Let's look towards the future and move forward.
Exactly right. And then the interesting thing about it is this, is that um with the market being what it is,
Mm-hmm.
uh most people don't know how these different products work. For
Right.
example, and I guess that kind of brings me to, and I'll share my screen. When people are looking for retirement, most people don't even know that there is a retirement number. And what
Mm-hmm.
that retirement number means is that is the bare bone minimum amount of money that you need to have when you walk away from your job. Again, this isn't accounting for inflation or anything like that. This is the bare bone amount of money that you need to have when you
Right.
walk away from your job. So in this example, if somebody is making $50,000 a year, and we teach our clients to make sure that they have enough money to last them to the age of 90. So in this example, that'll be 30 years if they retire at age 60. So that means they need to have $1.5 million in their retirement account by the time they retire. And one
Mm-hmm.
of the things I saw on your slide was, I hear a lot of time people like, well, I got an IRA and I contribute to an IRA and I contribute to a Roth. But what they don't realize is that in a Roth, we just saw it. The maximum that you can put in there is $7,000 a year, right? And that's until from the age 18 up until the age 49. So let's do the math. Because again, as I love to say, people lie, numbers don't,
Yep.
right? So if you take that 7,000 and you multiply it to the age 50, that's what? 32, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's $224,000 that you can contribute to your retirement. Now,
That's not enough.
that's not even considering the fact that it's in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why, again, as an educator, I can understand your passion. And then I think what it went up to once you get over 50 is $8,000 a year. So from 50 to age 67, if you say the $8,000 times 17, that's $136,000. So now, with your Roth account, you've basically contributed $360,000.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go again. If we look at it over the last 30 years, the market has averaged about 7.22%. So that's how much your money particularly has grown. Now again, that's a gift because that's not taking into account the losses that you have. That's me saying just on $360,000. So again, you find yourself, or people find themselves, that when they get to this point, they have a big time shortfall.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your plan uh, with the GWB Broward office? What is your plan to help educate families and especially educators, right? Um, to be able to make sure that their retirement is going to be blissful?
So first, we want to sit down with them and help them find out what their retirement number is.
Mhm.
Once they reach retirement, we don't want them to feel as though they have to go be a greeter at Walmart or they have to go get a part-time job. That should only be an option if they get bored and they just want a reason to get out of the house. But it
Exactly.
should not have to be, something to supplement or their additional income once they retire. So after we sit down with them and we find out what their retirement number is, then
Mhm.
we discuss some options of um, opening your possibilities to making additional income,
Mhm.
which is basically what you do every day as an educator. It's educating family, friends, strangers, just letting them know, hey, this is what it is, this is how we can help. And even if you have a family that may say, can we sit down tomorrow and you discuss this with my aunt, my uncle, my cousins,
Mhm.
then absolutely we can, because our job is to educate everyone so
That's
that
right.
they understand the options that they have available. Because now is it's so sad where people just are not informed.
That's
They're
right.
just not informed. And if you have somebody that's actually willing to take the time to inform them and you're able to make additional income at the same time, that's a win-win situation.
Exactly right. Now, again, I know that you have taken quite a few trips last year, and I think you've taken a few trips this year as well. So, um, if you had the opportunity, and I guess we'll kind of get ready to bring it on in. If you had the opportunity to reach out to a teacher, because again, you know that world, that's your world,
Yeah.
and say to them, the one that's stressed out, the one that maybe the reason why they're grading papers is because they can't afford to go on a trip. Maybe
Mhm.
their money is funny, maybe their change is strange. What would that conversation be like with you, Cekala?
It's like, hey, listen, you see me on social media. I love taking trips. I love allowing my kids to experience new places and new things. And you couldn't wait for spring break. You shouldn't have to wait until spring break or the summer. You should be able to do a staycation or go away for the weekend. And a lot of times you probably don't do that is because your money might be a little funny, or finances might be a little tight. So let's have a conversation of how we can alleviate some of that stress and help you make some extra income where you feel a bit more comfortable and you're able to relax and go on those vacations.
Okay. All right. So, as we get ready to wrap this up, how can people get in touch with Lady Cekala Holness?
So you can find me on social media outlets at GWB Broward. You can also reach me by phone, 954-695-1299. I'm also, my email is gwbbroward@gmail.com.
Mhm.
Or you can also go to my website, www.gwbbroward.info, where you can also subscribe and send us a message.
Well, okay, and send us a message.
Yes. We
All
speak
right.
French over here. Oui.
I heard all that. Well, listen, it's definitely been a pleasure having you on.
Thank
I am
you.
so proud of you, seeing the things that you're doing. Believe you have a outing coming up. You want to talk about that? Want to drop a little info on that?
Yes, definitely. So this weekend, right before Easter, you can find me in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I
Okay.
will be posting the contact information and the location. We would love for you to come out and join us, get to see some of the beautiful Atlanta area and get to meet our team as well.
Exactly right. And yeah, uh, I think I might slide down there for that one there just to check that out, just to
Yes,
see what
come
we
on
got going
through.
on. See what this GWB Broward got going on. Well, all right. Well, listen, thank you so much. And folks, I hope that you all have gotten some value from what's been shared tonight. Again, from this rising star within our organization. We are so blessed to have her. In South Florida, you are blessed to have someone there who's straight up. She is the example of a woman, in my opinion, a winning woman, not just because she's winning tickets, but again, because her children, she manages that. She manages her career, as well as she's an entrepreneur, as well as she's really at peace with herself. And so again, if I'm in that South Florida area, or maybe you say, man, listen, bro, she just, I just got to get to know her. She left us the information there. We'll make sure we add it to some of the chats there, so that you all can get in touch with her, because that's really what we want you to do. Because again, she is a wealth of knowledge. She is a wealth of information. And so we're super excited for her and what she's going to do. And again, reach out to her. She'll definitely help you out. Well, listen, that's our time for tonight. We are always so grateful for each one of you that are here, and we hope that each one of you will take some time and look into your retirement program. Right now, it's not safe for it to be in the market. It's not safe. And so you want to make sure that you are putting your money in a place where you actually can control it and you actually know it'll be there and work for you. And so it's been our pleasure to have you here, Lady Cekala. God bless all of y'all. Remember, knowledge is not power until it's applied. You can have an 18-wheeler truck full of gas ready to go, but if you don't take it out of neutral, all you're going to do is just rev the gas. It's not going to go anywhere. However, when you put that clutch into gear, it's going to take off and go on down the road. Listen, y'all have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Good night.